How's it going, everybody? This is RBT, and I'm bringing you the answers to the questions that you left me in my questions and answers video. I didn't get too many questions, but I mean, it's a fair amount, so I'm going to go ahead and make the video right now. I tried doing it earlier, and I think it's a good thing I didn't do it earlier because I got a few more questions, and the upload failed, and I decided just to wait. So let's go ahead and get started. Gonna try to make it kind of quick. The Miami game and Celtics are kind of going to a close. Hopefully the Celtics will win. First we have, wow, that guy's funny, asked me, who should be the starter for the Tennessee Titans at quarterback next year, Matt Hasselbeck or Jake Locker? And do you think we should have traded a pick to get Courtney Upshaw before the Ravens got him? Personally, I believe Jake Locker should be the starter for the Titans next year. That alone is based on the fact that when he was in the game last year, he made the offense a lot more explosive, and you see that when he played the Saints, just about single-handedly beat the Saints. It came down to the goal line, and he couldn't really get it done on fourth down because of a terrible, terrible call. What the heck? 15 seconds left in that game. What was I saying? Oh, and when we played the Falcons, we were down 22-3, I believe, and in like 5 seconds with Locker in the game, we scored 2 touchdowns, and we ended up losing that game 22-17, I believe. I might be wrong, but he just is a lot more explosive, and I mean, I know that's no knock on Matt Hasselbeck. He had a career year last year, but I think moving forward, it'll be way better for the offense and the team as a whole to have Jake Locker starting at quarterback, just because he's way more explosive as a player, and it'd be better just to go ahead and get him started in his career as an NFL quarterback. And I believe Matt Hasselbeck can and will serve as a great mentor of Jake Locker. But just for the sole purpose of the team and the future of the team, I believe it'd be better to have Jake Locker start at quarterback. Even though I hope they hold that announcement off for a while until we buy our Patriots and Titans tickets for the opener, because with Jake Locker, if they still announce that he's the starting quarterback, the tickets will go up a lot, and I don't want that. But the second part of his question, also, do you think we should have traded a pick to get Courtney Upshaw before the Ravens got him? Not necessarily. I mean, it would have been a great addition to have Courtney Upshaw on our defensive line, because we're really thin at the defensive line, defensive end positions particularly. We have Cameron Wembley that we signed in the offseason. He played for the Raiders. He's a really good defensive end, kind of underrated. And we have Derek Morgan on the other side, who has been kind of not lived up to the height that he had coming out of Georgia Tech. So it's always nice to add another player at a position of need. But not necessarily. I believe we should have traded a lot of picks to get to him, because I think later on in the draft we filled a few positions that we really needed, and I think it was more valuable to add depth at certain positions rather than just one. So, I mean, it would have been great to get him. He probably would have started really from day one, but for the sole purpose of benefiting the whole entire team as a whole, I believe that it was probably better off that we didn't get Courtney Upshaw, I guess, even though I'm an Alabama fan. I mean, if you would have got him, great. If not, it is what it is. Moving on to second question from ASE Ethan, which is one of my buddies. Do you think Denver is the right place for Peyton Manning? Why or why not? Actually, I do not think out of the 4 teams that he was considering, the Cardinals, the Titans, the Broncos, and the 49ers, that I think Denver was honestly the worst possible place for him to go. That is throwing out the idea of him and John Elway being lovers. But out of all 4 of those teams that he was considering, the Broncos have the worst offensive line, the worst receivers, and the worst atmosphere. Because you all know in Denver the air is thin, and it's really hard to breathe if you're not used to it. And given that with Peyton Manning's previous medical and physical issues, that does not seem like a good fit. And he said that he wanted to go to a team that had the best chance to go to a Super Bowl. And I think the Denver Broncos were like the 4th out of those 4 teams to having the talent around him to make it to the Super Bowl. Yeah, they have a good defense, but their offense is definitely not what he needs. Like I said, the Broncos had the worst offensive line out of the 4 teams, the worst receivers. I just don't think that was the best fit for him. But I mean, I think Denver will be fine. I think they win their division and end up going. I think in my prediction video, I had them going to the NFC Championship, I believe. I don't remember, but yeah. So I do not think Denver was the best place for Peyton Manning. Big Time Empire asked me, how did you become a Tennessee Titans fan living in Alabama? That is a kind of interesting story, I guess, because honestly, living in as far down in Alabama as you can get, I really despise the people that I live with. Well, not my family, but like people around me that go to my school. I cannot stand rednecks. I just can't. I cannot stand their way of living. I cannot stand the way that they present themselves, the way they act. I hate being around it. And most of the people that I live around are Saints fans. And I'm growing up never really liked the Saints. I honestly don't like the Saints at all. Kind of hate them to a point. Probably because everybody around here, about 95% of the people around here are Saints fans. Bandwagon, that is. But actually growing up as a little boy, I really didn't have a favorite NFL team. My uncle is a big Patriots fan, so when the Patriots made it to the Super Bowl, I would kind of pull for them, but they're never really my favorite team. But what really got me to being a Titans fan is from the fact that I didn't want to be a Saints fan. I mean, Tennessee is borders the top of Alabama, so they're actually pretty close. And when Vince Young, I really love Vince Young coming out of college, and they drafted Vince Young, so they got me interested in the team. And here I am now. I'm a huge Titans fan, and still wish we'd have kept Vince Young. But I mean, I guess it's worked itself out with Jake Locker and whatnot. So that is how I became a Tennessee Titans fan. Moving on, Intimidating Shout 11. Oh God. Ask, should I dye my hair color to light auburn brown or a fiery orange? First of all, why did you spell color like you're from Europe? You are from Canada, not Europe. Out of those two, I would have to say fiery orange because auburn brown has the word Auburn in it, and I'm an Alabama fan. And our rivals, if you don't know because you're from Canada, is the Auburn Tigers. So I'd definitely go with fiery orange, and maybe you will get the magical feeling of being a carrot, having your hair a fiery orange, because we all know that one day carrots will rule the world. Moving on to a more serious question. Big Time Empire asks again, do you think the first-round pick of the Tennessee Titans, which was Kendall Wright, wide receiver from Baylor, will emerge as a significant part of the Titans' offense? I think that really relies on who is the quarterback for next year. With Jake Locker, I think we'd run more of a run-and-shoot offense. As our offensive coordinator did state recently that he wants to implement more of a run-and-shoot type of offense, and I think that's really possible with Jake Locker at quarterback. Yeah, I think eventually he'll emerge as a pretty big part of the offense, because with the run-and-shoot style of offense, you need more than one impact receiver, and right now we have that in Kenny Britt, and we don't know how Kendall Wright is going to be. So we really need at least 2 main receivers to that Jake Locker can get the ball to, and I think he has the talent to do it. He really reminds me of Steve Smith of the Carolina Panthers, but I think it'll take him a few years, honestly, to get used to the system, because in Baylor he's just used to running straight and having RG3 throw him a ball with him being wide open. So I think it'll take him a few years. Do I think he'll emerge as a significant part of the Titans offense? Immediately, not really. Long term, probably, yes. Bassoon64 asks, do you have a favorite NBA team? Not really, not really. Never been a big fan of the NBA. My least 2 favorite sports are NHL and NBA. I don't like basketball in general. I mean, I follow Alabama for college basketball, but nothing really past that. NBA, I think it's just too heavily relied on what the refs do in the game. They impact the game, and I hate that. But if I had to choose a team to pull for, it's kind of been like this the past few years. I'd kind of pull for my Celtics, I guess. I just said I didn't have a favorite team. I just said my Celtics. I'm an idiot. But like I said, if it comes down to like the finals right now, I always pull for the Celtics because they're from Boston. I've been to Boston like twice, and I love the city of Boston. It's just so amazing being up there for real. And I've always liked the Red Sox. Since the Celtics are from Boston, why not like the Celtics? So I always root for them. They're actually beating the Heat with 8.8 seconds left by 4 points, so they're going to win this game. Oh, God, a sneaky Jason, my boy. Ask Celtics just won. Ask 3 questions, and I really am scared to answer these. Oh, deep breath. If you had to pick 4 people to live with in the event of a zombie apocalypse, who would they be? Number 1 would have to be my girlfriend. You gotta have your girlfriend with you at all times. 2 would have to be Chuck Norris because he would protect you from the zombies. 3 would have to be that little fat guy that's in Superbad, because you always, at all times, in bad and stressful times, have to have a fat, funny guy to be with you, to make you laugh and make you seem like your life has a purpose. And the 4th would have to be 4th person. Would have to be my dog Shyla, because I consider her as a person, and she is cool. If there was a zombie apocalypse and you could bring only 5 items with you that fit in a backpack, what would they be? You know what I'm probably thinking, but I'm not gonna say it. Let's see. Would have to bring a banana, because you always gotta have the banana to not give you cramps in your feet. A portable fan, because you get hot. A battery. Well, actually, since a portable fan takes batteries, it's 2. I need 3 batteries. So that's my last 3 objects. So, because your portable fan needs batteries to keep you cool. So 1 battery at a time. So that's my 5 items. 3rd question. Since I have to make a question that is somewhat relative to sports, do you think the Romanian water polo team has a chance of winning the championship next year? Are you an idiot? Are you an idiot? You're an idiot. The Turkey water polo team is obviously gonna win next year. Don't ever comment on my video again. Why do you even ask that? The Turkey team is obviously the best at telegraphing the appropriate angles at the way to move their arms to win a water polo match. Get off my channel, you idiot. God. 2 more actually a bunch of more questions. Oh God, how long is this video? 13 minutes. Oh my God. Moving on. UHNC, which is one of my good friends. Ask how in the HE double hockey stick am I going to pass my English exam? Let's see. First of all, you have 3 choices. You can either study. You should throw that away. 2, cheat. 3, go dig up Albert Einstein's body. Pray to God that it still has kind of life in it, and get a surgeon to remove your brain and put his brain inside your skull. Moving on. Chris71077 asks, what is your favorite Titans player of all time, and what part of Alabama do you live in? I'm in Childsburg, Alabama. Favorite Titans player of all time. Titans have not been around for too long, and like I said, I really haven't been a big NFL fan. I really started following NFL closely when Vince Young came to the Titans, so I know this is going to sound really stupid, but he never was a big part of the team. Antoine Odom, he went to my middle school, and he went to my high school, and he's really, really good friends with my uncle. My uncle would always bring him to football practice when he was a little kid. So I'd have to rep my middle school and high school and say Antoine Odom, and it sucks he got shot in the leg, and my uncle told me that he was going to try out for the Patriots, whereas actually I think he was getting ready to sign a deal with the Patriots, and then he got shot in the leg, so he didn't get signed. It sucks. So I would have to say Antoine Odom there. What part of Alabama do you live in? I live as far south as you get. I live about, if you've ever been to the beach, I live about 10 minutes from Dauphin Island, Alabama. And if you know where Bubba is from Forrest Gump by La Battery, Alabama, I live about 5 minutes from there. I live in South Mobile County. I don't really know. I don't know what city to say. I'm classified as like 20 different areas or cities. So yeah, last 3 questions from Drew and HD. My boy Drew. Question 1. Will I make it out of the fishbowl successfully? If you do not jump for a bowl with Nemos in it or blackfish, you should be perfectly fine. Did Erica like Mini Taj 3? No, she has not been to my house lately, so she has not watched it yet, but I'll make sure she watches it tomorrow. And 3. Will the Thunder win the Women's World Series? Well, as seeing that Alabama and Oklahoma are the only 2 teams in the Women's World Series, I highly doubt that the Thunder will strike in the middle of the softball field and win, because that's not in the rule book. So that is it, guys. This has been my questions and answers video. If you want me to do more of these, let me know. Guess that's it. As always, roll tide, go Sox, and go Titans. See you later.